and the win's the most important thing, of course, and tough conditions, and again, it was always going to be a tough one in terms of the win. That they had a good win against Dagenham, so pleased to come out the right side. Would have liked it to be in a bit more comfortable in the end, but I'd take 1-0.
I mean, obviously the difference came after 20 minutes with Ben Pepper's goal, but I suppose it shows that old saying, you play to the whistle, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And listen, there's a few decisions we weren't sure, both sides, of what was being given either way. But you can see he can finish like that, and powerful side for. So yeah, great finish from him.
And obviously Ben Pepper now, that's 3 goals in 2 games for him as well. And again, that partnership with Charlie Kendall, you must be really happy with how that's unfolded.
Yeah, I thought, although first half I thought they didn't get hold of the ball enough, and give us a platform to play off. I think it came back too easy at times, which meant we didn't get out and get control of the game enough in terms of on the ball. But yeah, as you say, Bim's taking his goal ever so well. Charlie worked his socks off and didn't have his feet enough scraps a little bit. But they've got, they're both young, but plenty to learn as well.
There was certainly a battle for James out there with John Akinde as well, and of course you had the likes of Kyle Lisby and Jay Cooper coming in as well. But it felt like they were all quite isolated, really.
Yeah, I think we dealt with them quite comfortably, and I think it was a great test for James in terms of coming up against John, who's been round the block and knows the game brilliantly, and is such a threat, and the ball's into him, and he's now his top draw. So pleased with him, and pleased, there's a couple of moments where they got in first half with balls down the side, but we end up dealing with it and defending our box ever so well at the right time. So it was a good test for the back lads, and they kept another clean sheet, which is good.
Would have been a stunning way to end that first half if Cav Miley's goal had gone in. But again, he's going from strength to strength at the moment. Yeah,
listen, I think we knew Cav had a stop-start season with his back injury, and we had to get him up and running, because he was our player of the season. Year before, he's so consistent in everything he does, and days like today are made for Cav if you want. He had a great strike as well. I think Cokes had one in the first half, and just maybe a little bit more quality in the final third, we would have had the second goal.
In that second half, obviously, it's a shame to see Joshua Walker go off. Have you had any early assessment of how he is?
No, not really. I don't know if it's great. I thought it was a really late tackle, a naughty one from last ditch, because he was away. But yeah, really disappointing. Hopefully we'll have to see how he settles down, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't have to ask this one. Do you think there should have been more given for that?
I'm a long way from it, if I'm being honest. It looks like he's the last man, but it's out wide is what I'd say. But I think it's late and reckless anyway, whatever it is.
Obviously, in those opening stages of stoppage time, there was a lot of Braintree pressure coming in there, and that's why some men felt they would have tried to get something out of it, but you tell very strong. I mean, what do you make of the whole side sort of disciplines and defence and keeping that clean sheet, which you say is such a vital thing to have?
Yeah, it was, because they're going to have a go and they're going to put balls in your box, and the keeper gets he's playing up forward, and you've got to deal with it. And I think the defender's done that very well. And I think when we got it down the final third, it was just that decision making on when to shoot. I think Keenan's broke and could have been a bit more positive and go get the shot off. I think Coker's got in the final third and his shot's gone over. So it's just that moment that a little bit of quality, we made it 2-0, but take nothing away. We've come away from home in the National League, which is always tough, and local derby, and you win the game, which is first and foremost is the most important thing.
You got the back-to-back wins as well. I asked you this question a couple of months ago. I'm curious about your answer now. How close is this side to playing the football that you want them to play?
Yeah, I still think we're a bit off. We're not as fluid maybe as last year. But there's been a lot of change, and nothing's, new bodies coming in, learn how we play. Charlie's come in, James has come in now as well. But it's important we keep working to our principles and how we play. And we'll listen, the conditions were tough today, first and foremost, because we played ever so well against Ebbsfleet. But this was a different type of game, and sometimes you've got to win them games. That's the most important thing.
We know how well Southend travel as well, but 1,600 Blues fans, and they made themselves very well known today.
Yeah, incredible. Again, I can't speak highly enough of how well supported the players were, and just when we need them at the end as well, they were there for us. And I met a few on the train, because I got a train up there. So pleased that they're a good day out. They've got a win back to back, and we're starting to grow. And as you say, the numbers, I know what the football club can be, and we are trying, and we're working ever so hard. And as I say, the togetherness that's needed, between the players, staff, fans, everyone, can drag us on.